Hey guys, today I am drawing a mermaid, and it's not any particular mermaid, but it's basically just me wanting to draw a mermaid. So I'm starting out with a thumbnail, but I didn't actually record it because I wasn't sure if I wanted to make this into an illustration, but since I was liking the direction it was going, I decided to start recording. And you can see I'm not doing another refining sketch layer like I might usually do. I decided to just go straight in with the painting and blocking in the colors. I really ended up liking this color scheme. That it was the first one I tried. I was going to just put it in and then try out a few different things, but I did end up liking it, so I decided to go with it. And now I'm just making sure I have all the basic colors in, and then I'm going to start doing some basic shading. So right now I'm working on the hair, and this was a little bit difficult to do because, there's just so much of it, and I wanted it to look like it was flowing, but at the same time, I didn't want it to look like it was all going the same direction. I had to find kind of a happy medium. But I decided to, I put in this shape right now, and I do end up changing it a little bit to make the flow look a bit better, but after I laid in all those blocks of colors, I decided to start blending the face, just to take a little break from the hair. Kind of just doing some more refining with the eyelashes, and right now I'm working on coloring the eyes. They are blue, just kind of to bring out more of the background instead of just having like this solid blue in the background, orange in the foreground. And I also later on end up adding a blue necklace, just also to bring that out. And now I'm getting started on working on blending this hair, doing all the refining. It took forever. I think maybe almost half my time was spent doing that, but that's okay because it was fun. I did try something new. I added a little bit of reflective light, well, kind of a lot. I went overboard, but you can see I added bits of blue around like the edges where it'd be closest to the water, which I know that doesn't make sense because if she's underwater, she's surrounded by it, but I like the effect that it gives. In my aerial illustration that I did probably a few months ago by now, I also did a thing with reflective light, but it wasn't the same. Like in that one, I just added a gradient and called that good. Here's a picture of it right there. I do like it, but I also really like the effect that it gives when I actually take time to blend the color into it. I feel like it looks a bit more, not really realistic, but accurate, I suppose. So yeah, I flipped the canvas to work on the other side just because that's just the way my wrist likes to go, so made it a bit easier for me. And then, I don't know if you saw, but I did change some of the shapes just to make the hair make a little bit more sense, so that was definitely helpful. It was pretty much a repetitive process. I had a lot of fun with it, though, definitely. I tried a bunch of new things. I've never shaded hair like this before. I kind of touched on this method, like trying it out the first time in my portrait tutorial, and I really liked it, but I couldn't really find a system to what I was doing, but I finally think I've pinned it down, and if I keep practicing, then I think I'll have a better idea of it. So I finished up the hair after a long time, and now I'm just working on doing the shading on everything else, and I almost forgot to do this, but now I'm adding the freckles, and the reason for that, it's not particular like I just thought of it, but in the beginning I just wanted there to be freckles, so I'm glad I remembered it. And I did something different for my freckles than I've done in the past. I think the last time I added freckles to a picture was in my St. Patrick's Day picture, which you can see right there, and in that one I used kind of a specialized brush, but this one I decided to just try to freehand it. So what I did is I got like a saturated red color, and I put in the freckles, then I turned that layer to multiply, and I lowered the opacity, and then I felt like I had a lot more control over it. So you can see I did a few changes off camera just to make the pose read a little bit better, but here is the finished illustration. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye!